welcome. My name is Jamie and I'm the circulation coordinator at the Elgin Public Library here in Elgin, Texas. We're excited to welcome you to our bilingual video series on early literacy called Read to Me or Lee Conmigo, which we are fortunate to provide to the citizens of Elgin and the surrounding communities thanks to a generous grant from the Institute of Museum and Library Services and the Texas State Library and Archives Commission.
One of the important things for families to know is how do they prepare children to begin kindergarten. And one of those preparations includes literacy. Early literacy is very, very important. But not only literacy as in the ABCs, but also emotional literacy. And the goal of Lee Conmigo is to prepare parents and prepare children with literacy skills, literacy ideas, so that way they can begin kindergarten successfully.
This program came about largely through our director, who saw an opportunity to help kids because we have so many little kids in the district. Our population of children under 5 is larger than the average of other cities in the state. And so we're like, how can we help these kids be better prepared when they get to school? Because some kids go into school, they already know all their ABCs, some of them are already reading, they know what's going on. And if you don't know that when you come in, it can be very intimidating for a young child to be the one who doesn't know what's happening in the classroom. And we want to erase that, we want to take that away.
Your beige friend, beige crayon.
Okay. My name's Tara Dodson, and this is my husband, Eric. We've lived in Elgin for about a year now, and we started coming to the library right when we moved here because I homeschool, and so a lot of our resources come from the library. And through talking with Jamie, we heard about the Early Literacy Preparedness Program, and we have kids that are 3, 5, 7, and 9. And so I found it interesting just to make sure that we were following up with our younger ones, that they were going to be prepared to read.
I would say we also really appreciated that it was community-based, and it would give us, being new to the community, opportunity to get to know more people from our community and get to know how we could help one another in this. And even, the fact that the program is bilingual has really been just an encouragement and a blessing to us as we're trying to think through how we can better serve in our community. This program has been a nice kind of introduction to the community in that way.
Okay, so we designed our program for primarily 3 to 4 year olds because they're the ones who are going to be going into school very soon. We want them to get the full benefit of the program. But as with most families, you have more than one child, and we're not going to exclude anybody. So if we've had families come who've had 2-year-olds up to 6-year-olds or 7-year-olds, and we just say, bring them all. We've got activities for them to do while the parents are talking to the professors. We've had great volunteers come in. Our staff has got activities planned for them to kind of support what we're doing so that the kids have a full engaged evening. They're not just sitting there listening to a professor that they don't understand. And they're doing fun stuff in the library, which also helps them learn to love the library. So it works out really well.
Yeah, so our only real hesitation was we have 4 kids, so what are they going to do while we're in class learning, because we both wanted to be here. And so the way the librarians and the folks here at the library just prepared things for them to do, prepared fun things for them to do to keep them engaged, even provided food so we could, have food to eat while the whole thing was going on. They just made it to where really our whole family could come and participate. And even kind of the idea of immediately putting into practice some of the things that we were learning in the program with our kids right away was incredibly helpful and encouraging.
Yes, and they look forward to coming each month with the crafts and the dinner and the story time. So that makes it really easy for us to come because they're making sure that we're here.
Part of the project as well extends to early literacy and using books, becoming familiar with books, but making it enjoyable and working with books and literacy and print all around the child that's in a natural environment. And what this does is it grows the bond between parent and child, enables the child to know that the parent is literate, and also understand how print around the environment helps to understand their world. And this is a great transition as they begin school.
And as parents prepare them for early literacy, we also want to give them ideas about how to prepare children emotionally. And preparing children emotionally to go to school includes self-regulation skills, which are very important. Children need to know how to treat one another, how to interact with one another, so that bond that parent and child have evolves into those emotional skills such as self-regulation and sharing, to be able to prepare them to do well in school.
Y además incluimos el español en cada sesión.
I think my favorite exercise was our December class, where we read a story about a piñata in a pine tree, which is kind of a riff on the 12 Days of Christmas, but all of the words, all of the articles were Spanish words, and so we got a little Spanish practice in there. But then when we were done with it, we made ornaments, and we actually had a cardboard / pine tree that we hung them on, and it was so adorable. And the kids had such a good time making it, and they got to paint, and they got to put the ornaments on the tree, and it was so much fun, and the parents were really engaged.
And so some of the parents that I talked to and invited thought, oh, it's a little early, my kids aren't really there yet. And I just encourage them that they'll be there before you know it, and to have these ideas and be prepared and know where you're going is really helpful.
So if you have a young child who you want to introduce to the wonderful world of reading, you need to come and join us at these fun and informative sessions the second Tuesday of every month, starting at 5:30 in the afternoon. It's a 90-minute session. If you'd like to sign up, you have any questions, you can call us at the Eldon Public Library. Our number is 512-281-5678. And remember, it is never too early to teach a child to love to read.